Okay guys, I'm back to make another tutorial, but this time to make a dramatic black and white photograph like this. I'm going to show you the process of what I did to create this image, and so you can get similar effect with your images. And like before, I'm going to make this a quick video uh, just to keep it short and sweet, and you get to see all the adjustments I did, nothing's hidden. So let's go to a copy of the original image and start. Alright, first thing I want to do when I do most of my photos is do those enable corrections. I think that's always helpful. Alright, now let's first bring down these highlights, get as much as we can there, bring up some of the shadows. Let's bring up some whites. Bring out some blacks. Now let's make this into the black and white. Boom. Alright. So I do want to add some clarity in here because there's all that brick and concrete around here. I just want to give it that more standout look. Let's see. Let's add some contrast. Well, actually, let's do that last. Alright, the main thing, the main tool that I was using to make this image how it is, or how this image is I forgot the name of the tool. The radial filter, that's it. So what I want to do is bring up some exposure, and I want to go to certain spots and just make a little highlight section. And I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to make one for each, but I want to make it just the right size. I don't want to make it too big and it just look goofy. So let's give one for each of these. I'll make a new one for these. And I'm not just yet working on the actual exposure yet. I just want to make sure each one has one. So let's make a couple more of these, and I'll show you a quick way to really change the exposure and make it fantastic and dramatic. Let's do one here. Okay, so I'm going to work on the second floor first. So I already have them there. I already have somewhat of exposure set. You can tell over here. So what I'm just going to do is click on it, right click, and just do duplicate. Bring up that exposure a little bit more, duplicate. Just do it with all these. I could just go back into the original and adjust it, but I'm doing this quick, so. And actually I want these to be a lot brighter. So let's pop these. There we go. Much better. Then actually for the one down here, let's see. So back to this image. I actually used a paintbrush for this one. So let's go to the paintbrush. And let's get a good feather. You always want a good feather. Make sure, okay, auto mask is off because I want everything affected. Alright, so I got these. Let's go back out and let's actually adjust the contrast now. And now we can go back and tweak these again. Have these pop some more. This one needs to be popped. Alright. So let's see. We got this dramatic. Now, let's look at here real quick. Alright, so next thing is, I'm going to adjust this because I wanted this to pop. You can tell in the final image it's much more brighter and lighter. So let's go in and take a brush, make sure all the adjust settings are down. Let's do auto mask for this one. Bring down the feather and start painting this in. Voila. This is starting to start to look a whole lot better. And you can actually press O if you're on a Mac and see exactly where you're brushing, which is pretty helpful, especially when it comes to erasing. Like something you do fairly often, at least for me. I erase a lot. I get a little sloppy. Okay, boom. It's starting to look a whole lot better already. Just make sure it's even. I'm just doing a quick. Right now, actually, I'll just bring down the shadows to bring those more definition. There we go. And next, let's work on the sky. Actually, instead of doing Photoshop how I originally did it, I'll just do it with a paintbrush. So I'm going to, let's look at the picture real quick. So you can tell that there's a lot more shadows, but there's basically just a lot of contrast. So let's go back, take a paintbrush, and that will be the first thing I'll do, is just add a lot of contrast. And again, auto mask. Now make sure there's O is selected so I know exactly where I'm actually painting, because I don't want, actually let's take this off real quick. Let's get the main stuff, main meat of it painted in. And then after I got all that, then I can do auto mask again. And let's go in and brush all this in. There we go. Alright, let's take it off and take a look, see what happened. Alright, so it's kind of there, not quite yet. It's actually darken the shadows some. Brush more in. And then we will take the highlights. Bring, no, not so much. Actually, lesson learned, it's not working so well on this. So, let's go to Photoshop. Because you get to work with the curves in there. So, pull this up real quick. It's all about experimenting. Sometimes it just don't work. Okay, now we got it up. Now let's make a duplicate layer. I don't want to crop. Okay, duplicate layer. Let's do a quick selection. Grab the sky. It actually messed up a little bit, but that's okay. We can fix that. Minus. Boom. Boom. Make that brush a little bit smaller by using the shortcut key. Okay, now I got my selection in the sky. Let's make a curves adjustment now. Let's bring down those darks. There we go. Really dramatic. Look at that. Let's take... Okay, let me show you something with here real quick. Let me go back. Think of this curve adjustment in 3 different sections. Darks, mids, and... or you could say black, gray, white. So highlights, midtones, and darks. So if I take this dark section, bring it down, takes all the darks and brings it down. And that's what I want to do. I want to take those shadows and bring those shadows down. Make it nice and dark, dramatic. Then I'm going to take this highlight section, which is in this line, take it and bring it up. Just a little bit though. Let's see. Now we'll play with our mids a little bit too. Let's bring down actually that all the way. Make it as dramatic as we can. There we go. That's really dramatic. That luminous cloud. Alright, done with that. Let's save it. Bring it back to Lightroom. So there it is without the sky adjustment. And let's wait for it to load. Here it is loading. Then boom. Really dramatic. Let's go back, add even more contrast again. Let's fix this little section. We're going to do our final little tweaks. Actually, I gotta go in there now, since it resets all those adjustments. Let's take effect, non-exposure, feather it up. Just brush that in some. You don't want that exposure touching. Just like that. Sweet. Okay. Now we're going to take another one. I want to put just a little bit right here. Bring up that brick wall some. Alright. And there's the original one, and there's the one that we just did. This one's more definitely contrasty, you'd say, but I'm really digging it, so it's alright. It's alright by me. Just give it more of that detail work, and boom. There you go. Now you have a black and white luminous. And let me explain a few things first. When I do these, I love to expose the windows. The windows are like just a great subject in it to light up. And occasionally I do like brick walls or big sections. And I want to focus mainly on this building, not too much on the others, which I could have easily done, but this is my focus, the center focus of this photograph. And so I want to light up this entrance, make it very welcoming, and then even this man who's carrying his bags and doing what he wants to do. So actually it's some type of bar. Cool. But this is the reason why I did this. People are out of it, they're not the focus, but they're a nice feature to have, the motion going on. So yeah, hopefully this helped. Shows you how to create this image, and like if you thought this was helpful, how you see this process, and hope you enjoy my other videos that I post too. Alright, thanks for watching.